Alright guys, it's been a while, but as you can see in front of us, today we're going to be reviewing Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave. Uh, Before I start the video, I do own Ravage, but I'm going to give Ravage his own video, and I think it's only right that I give him his own video. So yeah. So let's look at this let's look at these new boxes though. Now something cool that I've been liking with these new boxes is how just there's like barely any plastic on these boxes now. The card filler on the inside. I can see my hand, look at that. But the card is usually it's like a plastic shell on the inside, but now it's cardboard like the rest of them, and it's like mostly cardboard now, which is really nice. There's the back of the box, so if you want to read up on that. Read that. Yeah. Okay, just gonna put this off the side now. Get this out of here. But let's get on the Soundwave. And I'm gonna say this is probably one of my favorite Transformers so far this year, and I've only gotten a handful so far. But I just love the sculpt on him, and just how just really movie accurate that head sculpt is. Well, I do think some things are off, but honestly, I really love that head sculpt. But one thing that does bother me about this head sculpt is that fake light piping. Yeah, it's a problem. I hate that. Because he has a light piping block, but it's painted over, so it's a shame it doesn't work. But yeah. And he has some very interesting shoulders that I'll get into a little later. But now if I had Ravage with me, which I do, but I'm not gonna transform, he can slide into there. So yeah, he can fit in there. Yeah. And I think the sculpting is so good and movie accurate on this guy. Honestly, they they really outdid themselves with this figure. Honestly, they really did an amazing job with making this guy look super movie accurate. And honestly, I'm very impressed that they got away with having barely any gaps. Like, just these parts on the arms and just on the sides of the legs, and that's it. And honestly, the leg ones aren't too noticeable unless you're really looking at them from the front, but like, they did a really good job at just making this guy look amazing. But before we get to transformation and articulation, I'm gonna show some next to some other Bumblebee guys from the Studio Series line. So let me put them back there for you to give you a kind of idea how big Soundwave will stand next to your other fellow Studio Series guys. Here's Cybertronian Mo Bumblebee. So he's a lot taller than him. So yeah. Here he is next to a fellow Decepticon who helps him start that Decepticon attack. Starscream. Starscream's a little tall. Actually, yeah, he's like a little bit taller than Soundwave, a tiny bit, but they're relatively the same size. Here's Shockwave. Uh, yeah, it's core class Shockwave, so I'll give him his own review too. There's core class Shockwave. Here's Optimus Prime. He's a little taller than Optimus. Actually, they might be the same size. Not sure. Yeah, kind of the same size. I think he might be a head taller than Optimus. And of course, the comparison people are probably going to want to see the most. Here he is with Ravage. So there's Ravage. You can pose Ravage leaping out of his chest, so just open it up real quick. And there you go. You can just have him jumping out if you want. But because I'm going to give him his own review. So just Ravage for you real quick, but I'm going to give his own review. But back to Soundwave. Now, we can get down to his articulation real quick. He has very somewhat interesting articulation, in my opinion. So let's get down to it. I'm gonna take out his gun real quick. I do wish it was more like his G1 styled gun in the cartoon, but this, it's more like futuristic, generic kind of rifle. Good. It's cool, I guess. Maybe like a Megatron homage. I don't know. There's that gun. If you want to store his gun, you can peg it on his back right there. So if you want to peg it right there, you can. But, yeah, let's go down articulation. He has very interesting shoulders now. So the shoulders open up on both sides because of transformation. So he doesn't have a regular like hinge out joint like that. He has to move his arm all the way up. But also, this piece, like his shoulder is on its own kind of joint. So it's very interesting to move his arm without having and also having to move his whole shoulder as well. But it's fine. He has a double bend at the elbow, so you get a pretty good range of elbow bend, honestly. Of course, he is his arms are kind of beefy, but you also get a nice, good swivel at the upper arm. No hand articulation or anything like that. Stiff because of transformation. I hate his vehicle mode. A nice ball joint at the head. Pretty good ranged, honestly. This is on a peg, so it has really good articulation. Go all the way around, move up and down. That's really it. I guess you want to go for a G1 Megatron look, you can. So there you go. Also, Ravage came with a piece. Let me grab it real quick. It's right next to me. Ravage came with this piece. This thing over here. So if you want to plug it into this real quick to make it look like his G1 gun, you can do that. So if you want to do that, you can. Oh, yeah. Pop that out. Alright. Now to his lower half. This whole entire piece is on a hinge. So that gives you a full waist articulation. No ab crunch, but that's fine. Legs can kick out about that far. So pretty good kick. Can move back about that far. Pretty good. Mushroom peg at this joint, so his leg can go not all the way around, but pretty good articulation otherwise. A double bend at the knee and a moving knee pad to cover up the parts. So if you want to cover up anything, you can move the knee pad. And really good feet articulation. Like really good feet articulation, honestly. Now, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room with this guy. It's his vehicle mode. I really hate his vehicle mode, honestly. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't really get what's going on with his vehicle mode, honestly. Is it supposed to be a reference to something? Is it supposed to be kind of like a flat cassette player? Or like a Walkman? I don't know. Cause I don't like his vehicle mode, but I guess I'll do it. If it is in the video here, you guys probably wouldn't care if I didn't show the vehicle mode, but still gotta do it anyway. Alright, first thing you're gonna do is pop off his gun. And then just put it out the side for now, because you're just not gonna need it. So it looks dumb on his vehicle mode anyway, so just put his weapons out to the side, I guess. And what you're gonna do now is take Soundwave, turn around, bring this piece down, bring his back up, spin this piece all around, and spin this tiny piece around as well. And that's gonna be the top of the ship. No, don't spin his head around. What you're gonna do now is take his shoulders and open them up. Open up his shoulders. Like that. And then what we're gonna do now is bring down these shoulders. don't pop off that piece like I did, because I keep doing that. Bring the shoulders up like this. I mean, bring them down like this. Don't. Yeah, bring them down. Pop this back up real quick. Difficulties, but there we go. And then bring his arms up. And before you do that, there's going to be some slots on the inside right there. You can see them like the little black squares. They're going to slot into these little tabs on the back, near the back of his neck. Then it's going to slot in. They don't really slot in actually. They just kind of somewhat slot in, sloppily. But we're almost. I mean, hey, look at this. I mean, I guess if you want to do the the light post mode, you can. That's cool. I guess. I mean, I actually just gave my fan mode. Whoops. Hold up. Let me just. Also, before you make sure to flip his hands, because I forgot to say that. But you can flip his hands like that. And yeah, there you go. Now you got the light post. I mean, I'm just coming up with this on the spot of this video right now, so. Fan mode, I guess. Light post mode for soundwave. Take it or leave it, I guess, if you don't want to do this weird real vehicle mode. Yeah. So I'm just gonna lay him down now, and then adjust the camera accordingly. All right. Now these arms gave me a problem when I was first doing this, so all right. So flip them around like this, and try not to bring the assembly down with it. And so this is where his weird elbows are gonna come to play. And this tab right here is gonna tab in the right there. It's like a little slot right there. And you want to get it at an angle for it to work, and just untab itself and just tab back in. And it doesn't matter if I untab the tab. It doesn't matter if I untap itself, honestly. I think I might have Soundwave's head the wrong way. But I believe it's supposed to be backwards. Yeah, it's supposed to be backwards. Is it? Hold on. No, wait, I don't think it's supposed to be forwards. I don't care. I don't care about this vehicle mode. What am I doing? But as long as you have Soundwave looking kind of like this in like a weird position, then yeah, you're somewhat there. And now to his legs. Take his legs, spread them out, open them up, bring out these. Same side, same thing for the other side. Open them up, bring these out, spin, adjust the feet for everything lines up. So spin the feet around like this. Do the same thing on this side. Take the feet, bring them down, and just gotta make sure everything's out of the way. There you go. And then just sandwich, not yet sandwich everything together. Just kind of bring everything down, then flip these two little pieces down, and kind of just squeeze it together. And then what we're going to do now is that we're just going to try to adjust everything accordingly, that everything fits together nice and snugly. And just kind of just try your best to get everything to just squeeze in there. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to actually transform this guy too often, because for reasons. Yeah. Also, these are gonna. This slot's gonna tap into there, so try your hardest to get it in there, because it gives me a hard time when I do it. But when you finally start getting everything to tab in, it's gonna eventually all fit together. It takes a lot of fidgeting after a while, but then it eventually just all comes together. I mean, at least actually, you know what? It's funny how it's the same thing on the other side. It's just kind of a lot of fidgeting. I get that. I guess they want to probably ruin Soundwave's slick design and give him a weird vehicle mode, and give him like unnecessary tires and stuff. They could have gave him like, I don't know, something besides whatever this is. feet are supposed to tab in, but I don't like care if they don't tab in. There we go. Good enough. There it is. Whatever this is supposed to be. That's it. That's all it turns into. Whatever this is. I don't know what it is. I don't think most people know what it is. It's just like a weird, flat, soundwave pancake mode, I guess. You flip it over, there's him folded up in like a weird pose. Poor guy. Back over, it's like maybe it's like a hover. I don't know, like a hover car or something, like a hover vehicle. I mean, like I thought maybe it was like made for like flying over and dropping Ravage or something or cassette bots, but I don't know. Transport, I don't know. It's just goofy. And the weapon storage on this looks even dumber, honestly. It's just supposed to plug the guns into his arms. And I think it looks really dumb. Or it just won't plug it at all for my copy of the figure. That's cool, I guess. Alright, never mind, there it goes. And I think this just looks really dumb, honestly. Because if you think about it, his guns can't even, well, his guns look kind of stupid on the Fed to it. Do you think they would have like a peg on top for it to be like a tank at least, or something like that? But I guess not. It's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm just complaining because I just don't like it. It's just me, I guess, but it's fine. But, well, I'm going to cut the camera quick, and this guy will be in robot mode. Be right back. And we're back. Look at that. With a little editing magic, now he's a robot. Now, I gotta say, my final thoughts now on Studio Series Soundwave. I mean, well, Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave. There you go. My final thoughts on this guy. This guy is an awesome figure, really. He's high quality, good articulation, and just really fun in general. Vehicle mode, not so much. Vehicle mode is his, like, downside. That's the only downside of the guy is his vehicle mode. And honestly, if I'm going to treat him like an action master, then I'll treat him like an action master, honestly. He's like it's basically like, I don't know, this guy would probably be better as I hate to say it, a red figure. Seeing as that Soundwave and Shockwave did not transform in the movie, so it just had to give him a stupid vehicle mode. But, I don't care. But, that's it. That's all I got for you guys for now. Tune in next time for, Ravage. That'll be my next review. Alright, this is me, signing off. See you next time. Goodbye.